And there we go again, stupid camera. Right, yeah, these, you only need to put them in about 1 millimetre. Don't try and push them in all the way until, if like me, you're going to sand down the inside of the hands, because again, it's a very tight joint. You really don't need to push them all the way down, because if you do, they're going to get stuck. And he really doesn't need all that huge amount to hold them. They only need to really sit in there, and he holds them good. I mean, they're not really not going anywhere. Or alternatively, you can have them mounted where they were on his hips. I'm not sure if that's the right side. Yeah, that can clip back on his hip, and it's sort of samurai side armour sort of thing. There's not much movement. You can't really finagle them around too much. I'm using the word finagle a lot. I do apologise. It's my word of the day. Yeah, they just sort of sit there as if they're in sheaves, and you can draw them at any point. Yeah, it's a nice idea. It works for me. Again, face sculpt. Don't know if it's going to focus. Blue eyes. I know a lot of people have been complaining about blue eyes, and I don't think it would be too bad if it was a darker blue. As it is, if it was sort of the blue that's on the windows, it would be nicer. As it is, it's sort of sky metallic, wishy-washy sort of blue, and I think that's what is slightly off-putting about it, because it's not a colour that appears anywhere else on them. But apart from that, I mean, it's alright. The actual sculpt is nice. The eyes are a strange shape, which is different. It's nice, it's pleasing. He's got a sort of sour look upon his face. It's not bad. Again, posability, got it in spades. Got the same shoulders, so you can really be hunched up on ball joints, and swivels, bicep swivels. Like I say, his hands are on ball joints, so you got even more. And with Scavenger and the double jointed elbows again, double jointed elbows. Get rid of that. And again with the hips, lovely tight hips, and just bags and bags of posability. I mean, you can really have him doing pretty much whatever you want. Can't get it in there now. As an actual weapon, these paddles are a bit daft, I must admit. But gives them something to hit people with. Never have too many things to hit people with. And just bringing Scavenger in. They do look really good together. And again with the size comparisons, the old standard. Classic Seeker mould. So you can see they're about the same height as old Skywarp here. If anything, a little bit taller. In fact, if you stand them up straight, yeah, quite a bit taller than the Seeker mould. Which isn't really a surprise, because Seekers are quite short anyway. And when you bring in Voyager Optimus, sends everyone flying. So I mean, for what they were vehicle-wise, quite small vehicles. I mean, they were about the same length as Windcharger, and they turn into robots near a couple of heads shorter than Voyager Optimus Prime. And with another Deluxe, again movie Bumblebee. So everyone's got movie Bumblebee. Although of course that is Wasp, my own custom, not for sale. Yeah, again just at the head, slightly taller. So since I'm running out of time again and I'm going to have to edit all this together, they are definitely worth it. I mean, they are superb, absolutely superb. I mean, just the robot modes alone are definitely worth picking up. I mean, they've got so much more articulation than the majority of Deluxes now. It's a simple, I wouldn't say it's simple, it's an intuitive transformation. That's nice, it's satisfying, things click together, things peg together nicely. Again, I can't stress how much the joints are lovely. They're not perfect, there's a couple of little bugbears like his head and his paddles. I mean, it's not 100% perfect, but it's certainly things I wouldn't hold against them. And of course, I mean, as once the whole set's here as Giant's arms, I mean, I think they look, oh excuse me, I think they look absolutely outstanding. I really do. I mean, with the generators, and again, quick. Ooh. Get the hand the right way around. I mean, the way these, I'm almost certain these are going to turn into weapons somewhere along the line for one of the later releases. There's going to be something that goes on there to turn it into a jackhammer or something. They are just very, very well made. And here's the thing. I honestly think, looking at the whole Maketoys Giant set together, I honestly think, as good as these guys are, I think they are the weakest of the 6 that are going to come out. In terms of size, they're certainly the smallest. In terms of the fact that, obviously, they've got the gimmick that the others don't look like they're going to have, or they shouldn't have. I certainly don't see why any of the others should have any sort of ratcheting joints, anything like that. Probably long haul dump truck, as he's probably going to be called, will have them in somewhere in his legs to form the knees of Giant. But I really do think that they're going to be the weakest of the set. I think the strongest, probably looking at it, is going to be Scrapper and probably Long Haul. Long Haul's looking to be very different. He's certainly a departure from Long Haul design that we know and love. I mean, these guys are almost very slavishly G1, or obviously with the Deco G2. I mean, the chest, the heads. Alright, Bone Crusher's a bit of a departure since his blade doesn't form his chest and he hasn't got a sort of open cabin. But I mean, he's still G1 inspired Bone Crusher for all his differences. I mean, you can still look at him and say that's G2 Bone Crusher. Definitely worth picking up. I mean, even if you got Hercules and you like Hercules, I would still pick these guys up, especially the yellow set. I mean, if you've got Hercules in green, get the yellow set, use them as Autobots, use them as Bill King, or use them as your G2 Devastator. Definitely worth picking up. But that's my last 10 minutes about to run out, I think. So, yeah, this has been Sonny in 1979. Thank you very much for watching. Hope I've helped you make up your mind on these. Feel free to ask me a question either on the TFW 2005 boards or on YouTube, and I'll do my best to answer it for you. Like I say, thanks for watching. Bye bye.